Best advice you can give your children: do not borrow beliefs from other people. Just because another person has a belief and it sounds great, it's their belief. Until you find a way you can take it and make it your own and express it in a way that actually equates back to you, like this is yours, don't buy into other people's belief. Use your own mind, think your own thoughts, enjoy your own freedom and your own mental independence. Never allow another person to tell you how you should feel. Be honest about what you feel and learn how to express those feelings. And when you go through this process, you are already starting to define the type of person and character you will be for the rest of your life. You want to be a winner? Think like a winner. Don't let anybody else tell you you're a winner, because that's their standard. Have your own standard for success and you will be just fine. I want you to picture a bowl filled with water. And then I want you to take a color dye, maybe a red or a yellow or blue or green, doesn't really matter what color. And I just want you to put a little drop of that color dye in the water. What happens? Everything turns to that color. So if it was blue, the whole bowl is now filled with light blue water. This is what happens when you allow your friends. They influence you in very little ways. It doesn't even matter how little of a drop you put in. The bottom line is that that little drop is going to change the color of the water. The energy in the water is now changed. So your friends influence you by getting you to think the way that they think. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong, because we are the sum of those that we associate with. So if you hang around 10 people that think the same way, doing good for their community and each other, guess what? No doubt, you're going to do good for your community. Trying your best does not mean you will always win. But man, it feels really good when you do try your best. But trying your best means you're going to take everything about who you are. You're going to take the dynamics of your mindset. You're going to take the dynamics of your internal chemistry. You're going to take the whole being and you're going to apply it with everything that you have left, and you're going to go in the forward position. And when you do that, even if you were to fail, you're going to fail with a smile on your face, because now the failure becomes a boundary, and this boundary becomes a new opportunity. But you will only ever get there if you just try. Just try. Just trying means you've gotten started and you've got involved. If you don't try, you're just a bystander. Be more than a bystander. Be a participant. And everyone that participates is a winner. I believe that I can fly. That sounds like a song, but it's a reality and it's a desire. I would love to take 3 steps like a superhero and just jump up and fly. Now, do I really believe this? No. Why don't I believe this? Because science says I can't do it. So just because you want something really bad doesn't mean that you should actually put all of your worth and investment into it to see if it can happen. You cannot do anything just because you think about it. And that's a protection. But if you actually control that thinking beforehand and make it realistic and do your research, maybe make a discussion with some close friends, then you'll find out that just because you thinketh doesn't mean you becometh. Just because your job does not pay you enough money is not a reason to quit the job, because there are benefits that come from the experience that you're gaining. The job is just a means to an end. Don't quit your job because it doesn't pay you enough money, unless you're going to another job. When we're talking about quitting, so when your job doesn't pay you enough, this is what you already knew in the beginning. The question to ask is, why did you accept that job? Because you knew when you were hired what the job was going to pay. If it wasn't enough then, it won't be enough now. Now, if you just needed to get something started, to get a little bit of money in your pocket, and you're thinking about leaving, just don't quit. Stay there. Get all the experience you can. That is the best college course you'll ever get, is real life learning from a real life job. Stay there as long as you can until you are satisfied, and then you can take the experience you have from here and you can apply it to something else. I believe that I can fly. That sounds like a song, but it's a reality and it's a desire. I would love to take 3 steps like a superhero and just jump up and fly. Now, do I really believe this? No. Why don't I believe this? Because science says I can't do it. So just because you want something really bad doesn't mean that you should actually put all of your worth and investment into it to see if it can happen. You cannot do anything just because you think about it. And that's a protection. But if you actually control that thinking beforehand and make it realistic and do your research, maybe make a discussion with some close friends, then you'll find out that just because you thinketh doesn't mean you becometh. The best way to find your purpose is just to be honest with yourself. What do you like? What don't you like? Sometimes the easiest way to do this is to make a list of your pros and cons, likes, dislikes, anything that's opposite of the other. Just make lists of what's going on in the mind and the heart. So when you put it out on paper, you get to visually see these words, and they make messages back to your brain. And as these messages start to become realized, then you start to see clearly what it is that is of interest to you. You thought you liked the color green all your life, and you find out that, you know what, yellow makes you feel more calmer. Why is that? Because now you're being honest. Try it. Make a list today. Creativity is personal. It's private. It's something that you do on your own. You have to think about, what does it really mean when someone offers you a suggestion on creativity? They're talking from their experience and their chemistry. So you can't get the chemistry right, and you can't get the experience right. So what are you really creating? A mess. So what you have to do is to bring it internally from yourself, your creations. It has to come from your chemistry, your biophysics, your mindset, your mood, your experience. Once you realize this, you'll start using people as ideas, just getting the ideas from them. And upon the idea, you must internalize it, make it your own. Otherwise, you're going to ruin your ability to do anything masterful. So start with you, start with yourself, and build from there. Have a lot of fun. Many people think that improving your body is getting like big muscles and working out. I've actually started on my own, taking my physical body and my health very serious. So I do fasting. I'm a water faster, and I absolutely love it. I recommend it. Do some research. Learn about water fasting. Learn about this powerful word, autophagy. I'm going to put it right above my head, that word right there, autophagy. Autophagy is like, it means self-devouring. It's when the cells start to get rid of the bad portions of the cell, and it replaces it with a newer portion. And a newer cell is a better experience in life. And that's really how you repair your body. You can go in the gym and work out all you want, but what about the internal sides of your body? What about the internal sides of your mind? These things can be repaired. Learn about autophagy. A serious problem that most people never address is how to enjoy time with themselves. You know, there come times throughout everyone's day when they just need to get something done alone. We do cherish our private moments, whatever that could be. But you can always read a book. You can always listen to music. You can always cuddle up to a nice song. You can always watch a nice TV program. There are lots of things you can enjoy on your own. But you want to enjoy yourself, because there will come a time in your life where you will not physically be alone. There'll be people constantly around you, and you will crave for these moments. So enjoy the peace. Enjoy the experience. Enjoy yourself, because you're a wonderful person. I mean, listen, if you don't want to be around you, who would want to be around you? But we know that's not the case. You enjoy your own company.